Hi.
And I'm very curious, Daniela, to hear from you. What was your highlight?
Well, actually, what I realized, and it's different than I thought it would be, is that it just added up the whole conference being so much more deeper than the last conferences were for me. Like, I just been in a very vulnerable state coming to the conference, and in the beginning, I wasn't really sure if it's the right place to be at that moment. And the funny part, or maybe not the funny part, but the very interesting thing is, for me, it was them meeting all these lovely improvisers, which I know for a few years, but on a very happy state and like, okay, what can we do? And then crazy stuff and all that kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized how deep we can go. Like having a few sessions about vulnerability, and Rebecca Stockley, I really enjoyed that one as well. And it was just opening up so much, and it was even possible like to sit there with people I hardly talked to, and after a few moments, I just was possible. Like it was so good to open up and bringing the shadow that I brought with me to where it is right now. And we were crying together, like lots of the time. And like I wasn't really prepared for that when I came to the conference. So that was really special for me. And funnily, as always, then Izzy did, and Jenny and Alan and Matt did that opening session. Like it was on Friday, I guess, about the shadow that we all bring with us. And I just felt it so much. And it was like, okay, are you doing that because I'm feeling that way? And it was just really, really cool because it went so much more deeper than it used to be like the last conferences. And the other thing that I realized was that there were so many like body sessions and singing sessions, like with Patrick or with Chef Smithson, like the body one that we did, and it was like going so much from the heart. And it was this time it wasn't at all about like learning too much, like for the head or for organizational business development stuff as I normally use it, and lots of tools and blah blah blah. But this time it was so much more about like being at the state where we are, like the intense emotional part, and
Mm-hmm.
even had facilitators and coaches and moderators, as we normally are, we like be in that role and state where we are professional and know what we're doing. I just realized, oh my God, it's so interesting to have that shadow part integrated as well.
And with the shadow part, what do you mean exactly?
What I mean with that, the shadow thing? Yeah, for me, it's like the dark side, maybe, that we also have, or maybe the grief that's sometimes there, or the doubt, or not knowing exactly if you're at the right spot, if you can open up as good as you maybe would want to. And normally, I guess I would hold it down and say, like, okay, I'm trying to talk to like dearest friends about my stuff, and just being professional to the outside. And I just realized it doesn't have to be. It could be integrated. Like I had so many beautiful conversations, and even the sessions, they were so much more about like really deep stuff. So I really loved that about it.
Yes, what I hear you say is that normally you would go out there more looking for professionals, tips and tricks and tools and methods.
Yep.
And now it was much more about you just being open and vulnerable as you, as Daniela, and that was totally okay. And you felt safe enough in the group to just be there.
Absolutely. And the funny part about it was that it was still pretty hard to be there. And sometimes I would, like, how can I be that person that I need to be right now? And in the end, after having all these kind of conversations and these sessions, like helping me getting through the state I was just in, it was okay. I'm feeling like really thankful and grateful. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like, okay, now I can be like the old me again. Like the when it came to the chess party, there was a big conversation beforehand that, and I was crying actually an hour before that, like with a dear friend of mine. And I was like, okay, can I go there? And then it was just so good because I felt like I digested everything. And then we had this amazing party at the Chess Loft, where everybody was just really going crazy and dancing and singing, and it was just happening both, like crying on the one hand, and the next hour it was just crazily having fun and going wild, and that's something I really wanted to take away for my real life, that I don't have to separate it. Maybe it's like facilitating is professional stuff, but I'm doing it a little bit in my sessions back home already. But I guess I'm even more about to just letting it in, everything that's just there.
Yeah. So whatever comes up, just let it be there.
Yeah, and so many of the sessions just added up to that. Yeah, so I was like, okay, this time it was so much about feelings, emotions, and just being there as a person. And so many other people just opened up as well. And I didn't know them like this before, so that was really cool.
Yes. Sounds wonderful. Well, of course, you don't always feel wonderful in these moments, but at the same time, it's wonderful when you feel totally okay by expressing them with other people surrounding you. That's also a great compliment, not only to you just sharing those things, but also to the network and the people that you met, that the atmosphere was that nice. Is there something that we can learn from this? What is something that maybe we as facilitators can do to create those environments where we can open up and we can allow also our participants to open up?
I guess it's a lot about taking a risk and stuff like that. And sometimes it feels like you're taking a risk and putting yourself out there. But in the end, I guess it's even deeper connection. And I guess you can have that with your participants as well. And that's what I'm feeling in my workshops as well, that sometimes if I bring up stuff personally or make people connect on a personal level and not just on a professional level, then it's going even deeper. And the experiences everybody gets out of that is just so much more profound. And it's not just on okay, I learned this and I learned that, but I really connected it and applied it to my life. Yeah. So I guess that's something that we can, as facilitators, be more brave about the real stuff and not hiding it maybe, because I was really not feeling okay being there in the first place. And I just ended up just being so connected to everybody. Yeah. So I guess that was a big journey for myself.
Yeah, isn't it funny that sometimes we are afraid to show our vulnerable side, but once we do, you get so much back reflected at you from other people.
Absolutely. That was a big gift. And I guess if you do it, then people are doing it as well. And it's amazing how much more deeper you go than just being happy together. Yeah.
Wonderful. Anything else? Maybe a particular moment that you wish to share that really helped you during this tough time?
There were so many, so many beautiful people that I talked to, or even that there was one exercise in Rebecca Stockley's workshop as well that was a kind of breakthrough, I would say. It was just just standing in the middle, and I was okay, somebody's just sharing something that makes them vulnerable, and people just coming to that person and standing with him in the room and just sharing, okay, I'm having the same feeling, or I'm having the same experience, or whatever. And it was amazing how deep that went, how much people opened up. And I felt it was kind of spiritual moment even, this whole session. And afterwards people were oh my God, and what people shared, and it really connected so much more. Afterwards it's okay, talking about so much stuff and just hugging each other and stuff, okay, it's about so much more than just a tool. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, and sometimes you think, wow, this went so awesome, and then you try it with the next group and it's totally different.
Of course, yeah, that could absolutely happen, Yes. But I guess it's worth risking it, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So thank you so much for your debrief. The image was a bit slow, so you're in slow motion with your face, but your voice is very well recorded, so everybody can listen to your voice reflecting on your experience. Wishing you a great trip back home and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I'd love that. Thank you, Anne-Marie. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.